Alright, so I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing of the Note 20 Ultra 5G. So this is a Samsung Galaxy phone, of course. So I got this through T-Mobile. They were having a buy two phones and on a payment plan, 24 months. And they'll give you $1,000 off or $1,000 bill credits. So pretty much $1,000 off too. You pay the full price, the full tax amount on both, and then you pay like some down payment or something for each phone. And then after that, the rest of the amount is split among 24 months. But anyways, I don't know if you care to read all of this. I'll let you see it because most people that do unboxings don't show any of this stuff. So hopefully this will be useful to some of you guys. I don't know what soy ink, maybe that's like some planet friendly thing. Anyways, they show you the model numbers and stuff here. I made a video earlier, but while unboxing the big box that had both phones in it, I accidentally revealed the IMEI number and stuff, so I had to privatize and block that video. Okay, so anyways, to remove these stickers, I learned from the first one that you basically peel the corner, and then to keep the box as nice as possible, once you get the one corner up, what you do is you try and peel this parallel to the box. You don't want to peel it straight up, or it will actually pull the paper, this black paper piece, away from the box and it will damage it. So if you want to keep your box nice, peel it like this, basically pulling it and keeping the sticker flat over itself, the back of itself, okay? So that's how you peel the sticker off. If there's this leftover sticky residue, I'll show you how to remove that. But yeah, you just peel it out like this. Okay, I don't know if anyone cares to keep these kinds of stickers. It basically just says, okay, I don't know if you care to read that. You can read that if you want. You can pause it. Yeah, nobody shows this kind of stuff. They just take it and check it because probably no one cares. But I'll show it anyways because since no one cares, no one else is showing it. Alright, so I'm getting off the sticker residue just like that. You can have a nice clean box. It does leave a tiny bit of residue that you can kind of see under certain angles of light, but for the most part it will clean it off. Okay, so hopefully I won't end up tearing this paper again. I think now that the sticker's already pre-peeled, it's a bit weaker, so hopefully it won't damage the box or the paper. Okay, so that looks nice. Alright, I think both stickers say, yep, says the same thing, so I'm gonna toss that. I'm kind of a pack rat. I usually end up keeping a bunch of garbage, but this time I'm gonna throw it away. Okay, so got the second sticker, same thing. Peel it up. Once you get up enough of the corner, then you can peel it parallel to the box. You don't want to pull it straight up. Right, and that should keep this paper layer intact. Okay, if you want to fast, like, cut the box open and everything, lots of people make those kinds of videos, so I'm trying to do something different to help people that don't get to really see everything. Hopefully I didn't turn the box in a way to reveal the SIM card information again, though I don't know if anyone can do anything with that. If they can, please correct me, because I don't know. I've heard some people say that people can call in and say the phone was lost or stolen, but I don't know how you can do that when you don't own that phone on your phone plan. That's kind of weird. Anyways, okay, so there we go. We got all of that off. There's nothing on the other sides. There's a little grayish arrow there. Then you got this reflective coating and that Samsung Galaxy stuff. Okay, so to open the box, just pull it straight up. Alright, then underneath on the other side you have this. There's a pull tab. Alright, then you got this box. There's the SIM ejector tool. Let's see, how do you safely take this out? So it looks like to take this out, kind of have to do some weird maneuvers. I don't know how you would take it out without destroying the box. It looks like you would, okay, pull it down this way. Sorry if I went off camera, but yeah, that's how you would do it. I'm going to put this back in because I don't need it, or maybe I do actually. Okay, so I'll need it later, not now. All right, and then the boxes, they always have these little wings that if you pull it up right away, you end up damaging it. So what I like to do is I'll take like a needle or a flathead screwdriver or something like that, and I'll stick that there, and then I'll pull this towards the front and then lift it up. So as you can see, it pulls it out of the little lip there, and that's how you can open these boxes without damaging them. So for people that like to keep the boxes in nice condition like me, that's how you would do it. Pull that forward and then lift it out. Just do it carefully. Okay, there we go. And it always helps to pull from the sides. If you pull towards the middle, it'll like crease this and damage it. Okay, so sorry about that. My phone overheated. I was uploading a video and recording at the same time. Not a good idea. Let me readjust this a little bit. Okay, hopefully that's right. Oh, there we go. All right, so anyways, we're gonna go through the material in here. I don't know if it recorded what I said earlier, but I don't plan to turn the phone on in this video, unboxing video. I'm just gonna go through and show what's in the box. So there's plenty of videos of people doing reviews on the phones and stuff like that. So I don't want to redo that because I can't do a better job of doing that. It's if I wanted to, it'll take a lot more time, so I'm going to show what other people don't show. So here you go. You can see this if you want to read it. Here you go. Tells you how to set up your phone, of course, install your SIM card, use the thing. Okay. Here you go. It shows the Ultra. They cheaped out. They made this paper for both phones, not just for the single phone. Okay, I don't know why. They could have just done it for each specific phone. I guess it's easier and cheaper to just print the same thing for all the phones and throw it in the box. But here you go. Tell you about setting up Samsung accounts and stuff like that. Okay, about backing up your old phone. I don't know about transferring stuff from old phones. I don't know how it affects the performance. I always feel like it leaves behind garbage that doesn't need to be on the phone, so I like to actually set up my phones brand new, and anything I want to migrate, I'll migrate over manually. Okay, so there's all of that. All right, fold that back up. You got that. That's the quick reference guide. Then you got this. Let's see, I'm going to show all this. So you got the Samsung Care stuff. All right. You can read that all if you want. Got this one as well. Okay. If you want to read it, just pause it up and read. You got some terms and conditions. All right. Oops. If there's anybody that only speaks or reads Spanish, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. So, but here's the Spanish version. All right. Then we got some terms and conditions here. Probably something about don't put it too close to your face or you're going to melt your face off. I don't know. All right. You can see it talks about something about lasers. I didn't read this beforehand, so I will read it later after I'm done making this video. But I figured some people wanted to see this. Maybe. They probably don't care. So if you don't care, just skip along to another video. This will basically allow you to read everything before you get your phone if you haven't gotten your phone yet. If you care about reading this stuff. Most people don't, of course. but I figured I'd fill a niche that nobody is filling. All right, there we go. Got all those documents. We'll throw those back in the box, and I might or might not read them later. I will leave it open just in case. All right, then you got the phone, of course. There's this nice little pull tab to lift it up. They put this kind of screen protector-y, material-y thing that's not very good because I tapped it with my nail and it got marks in it already. So, yeah. I never had a problem with glass getting scratched. So if you have problems with that, usually if you go to a beach a lot or something and you get the sand, the quartz, you can probably scratch the glass. But most metal objects that people show for like scratching and scratch tests, like razor blades and knives and stuff, most of the time the material is softer than the screen, so you're not going to be able to scratch the phone with that. Anyways, I'm going to be setting up and using this phone, so I might as well peel this stuff off at least. I'm not going to be doing a setup or anything like that, but I'm just going to show you. So yeah, they had a little cutout there. I guess that's to highlight that there's a fingerprint sensor there, because I don't know anyone that, I mean, some people, they like to leave this stuff on, but if you do, you'd want to cut off the, I don't know if you can even see that in the camera, but there's a tab that sticks out. You'll probably want to cut that off so that the sticker can stay on. And then same thing with the back if you wanted to leave that. But I hate leaving these kinds of screen protectors with holes in them because dust will build up here, and if there's anything that scratches, you'll basically get a scratch in the shape of those screen protectors. So actually I feel it's if you leave the whole phone uncovered and it gets scratched, it's nicer. I don't know if there's something to protect the camera though, because if that gets scratched, that'll suck. Yeah. But this thing's super glossy. Of course, if your fingers get greasy and stuff, it's going to collect lots of fingerprints. I wouldn't use a case. I probably wasn't planning to use a case. Usually I'll, but these phones are expensive, so I'll use a case just like I always do. The main reason is because this camera bump, I don't want to like set it down and then it's like sitting on the camera. So that's the main reason for getting that. And I work with a lot of computer stuff, and broken glass gets all over my table, so I don't want to put my phone screen on top of some shattered glass and risk damaging it. So we'll set the phone aside and we'll see what's under here. Last time I flipped this whole thing over and everything just fell out, so I'll show you the way that it was designed to be opened. They had that little tab like that. So then you got this, there's a SIM card. Hopefully I didn't show that and somebody's going to mess with that SIM card, but I don't plan to use the SIM card anyways. I'm going to transfer the old one from my old phone over. Alright, but we'll see. I might use that SIM card eventually if somebody gets a new phone, because I have a whole bunch of lines on my account. Anyways, you got this Samsung fast charger. I believe people said it's a 45 watt. Here's the information on it if you're interested. Okay, hopefully you can see the model numbers and everything. And of course it's USB-C. So sucky thing about this is all your other cables aren't going to work on this thing unless you have like USB-C charging cables from like MacBooks or some other USB-C type computers that have removable USB-C cables. So yeah, so if you're curious, it had the prongs just like this that sit between this little thing, and then you can lift this out, and then we'll see if they cheated us again on this one. Normally the Samsung Note devices come with extra pen tips, but I opened the box on the other one and nothing was in there, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be nothing in this one too. Yep, there's absolutely nothing in this box. So doesn't come with extra pen tips. I guess not enough people use extra pen tips, to be honest. I don't use my S Pen to draw much, so I've never had the S Pen tip wear out. I did buy a used Note 9 one time and that was worn out, so I did use one of the replacement tips from my old phones because I kept them around and I used that. So yeah, they sometimes come in handy. Maybe if you accidentally drag your pen across like the ground or something. But if you're just using it on your phone, I don't think you're gonna end up damaging it. So yeah. Okay, so it comes like this. There's a little arrow that points downward here and an arrow that points upward here. So there's nothing else on this. There's some writing on that. I don't know what that means, but yeah. And then you got this weird casing thing that holds the cable in place. I don't know why they put such complex wrapping, but here you can see all these. It says not to throw it in the trash, and it says 22 recycle. I'm pretty sure if you threw this stuff in the recyclables, I don't know what they're gonna do. As you can see, it's made in Vietnam. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the recycling companies will see this tiny scrap and then be like, and just throw it in the garbage. This inside seems like paper, but the outside seems plasticky, so I don't know how they recycle that. I don't know if I throw it in the recyclables for plastic or paper. But anyways, I use the needle like with the other box, and then you can pop this up. There are little wings that kind of are holding this in place, so I have to use the needle to pop this open without damaging it. Hopefully I can. It's caught. What in the world? The other one wasn't caught like that. Let's see, let's try this again. Do I pop? It should pop up this way. Okay, I didn't use a needle last time. I used this last time. So this flat tool works better. You can use like a butter knife, and then I just twisted it. So that's how I open that. Then you can unroll this, and when you unroll it, you find that there's no reason to pop that open because you just slide the cable out just like this. And they don't say what kind of cable this is, do they? Okay, here you can see the cable. I don't know if you can read this. Let me see. MC27F Vietnam. So you can see even the cable's made in Vietnam. So I don't know if anyone cares. I'm gonna measure this cable if I can find my measuring tape. Give me a second. And the cable, you won't be able to see this on camera, but I will measure it for you. Okay, this cable is longer than my arms can reach. Just kidding. It's about 3 feet and 3 inches, 39 inches. Okay. So if you were curious, the cable is about 39 inches. I don't know if I completely stretched it, so it might be a little bit longer than 39 inches, but that is the measurement. Yeah. If you don't go by inches, let me see if I can help you here. That is 39 is just barely 100 centimeters. So that's a meter, right? 3 feet. Yeah. Okay, so it's about a meter long. 1 meter long. Okay. So that's pretty much it, I think. Hopefully this video was useful to you. Oh, another thing is, yeah, this box doesn't come out. So if you were wondering, this piece is glued in. I don't want to tear it up, so I will leave it in there. It looks like this time, the way they designed it, I'm not really leaving anything in the box of use other than the garbage. So normally when I buy a phone, I end up leaving the wired earphones in there because I have wireless ones and I never use them. So I guess they got smart. They stopped adding stuff that people don't use, so they don't have regular ones. I did use the little USB-C to USB adapter, so I'm kind of sad that it didn't come with that. I guess the phones are getting too expensive to make, and they're trying to keep the price as low as possible. For the people that think $1,500 for a phone is crazy or whatever, just think about it this way. So you buy a laptop that maybe costs you can buy a cheap laptop for like $300 or $400, right? But that laptop you just use for regular things. The camera on this thing, if you've seen people take pictures and everything. So I guess I'm doing somewhat of a rant now. But the camera on these things are pretty amazing for the size, like to fit in your pocket. I've seen people that will say they want like DSLR cameras, but they'll buy the DSLR camera, and a lot of times you don't carry the DSLR camera with you everywhere. So unless your plan is to go out taking pictures, a lot of times you won't have that with you. So this becomes your most useful or most used camera, unless your job is being a photographer. So in terms of that, if you think about the quality of these cameras and what they can do, I would say the cameras in here alone are, without a doubt, at least $300 worth. At least to me they are. And people that buy DSLR cameras, they'll probably spend like $500 or more. So if your main thing is for photography and you really just want to take pictures, then, and you want to be a photographer and deal with all the special settings and everything, then you probably want a DSLR camera. But if you want something that you'll carry everywhere that takes really good pictures and videos, then get one of these really good smartphones. I've been told iPhones do video really well, and then the Google phones do pictures really well, and this does everything kind of like almost as well, but maybe slightly not as well. But that's kind of up for interpretation, because some people will show pictures or videos of the same thing, and people will say they like there's no unanimous vote. So to me, it's all opinion at that point, and it's just what you prefer. So camera wise, let's say you're getting like $300 to $500 worth. Computer wise, I'm telling you, like, people will game on these things. People will use it for a normal phone. So let's say you buy a cheapy phone that costs you like $200, $300. Then you buy a device just for gaming. So let's say you throw in like the ability to play games on this, like a Nintendo Switch or something like that. And then you're getting like $300-$500 camera, somewhere like that. And then you're getting everything, all your batteries are all into one that can fit in your pocket. You can't do that with any other devices. You can't carry everything in one. So phones are crazy. You can use this for so many features, for so many things. They have levelers built in with accelerometers and gyroscopes, so you can check like the level of stuff. You have a built-in flashlight that you carry everywhere with you. Who carries a normal flashlight everywhere with them? Nobody. These have the function to even do reverse charging, so you can actually use the USB-C to USB-C cable to charge another person's phone. And other people will use the wireless charge thing, but to be honest, this is a much better idea. If you can charge your Galaxy Buds with a cable, you're gonna save more energy than doing it the inefficient way, charging it through this. So if you can carry this cable with you everywhere, or maybe get a shortened version that you can just throw in your pocket, that would be a lot more useful. You can use the USB-C cable to plug in other things. They have special adapters for the phones. You can use this as a computer. So if you want, let's see here if I have the adapter. What did I do with that thing? I got too much junk in my office. So, I tossed it somewhere. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. So you can buy stuff like these adapters, so there's USB-C, and you can plug like all these USB devices, SD cards, micro SD cards. You can even charge your phone while it's plugged in doing that. And then you can add like HDMI. You can do wireless to your screen, your TV. What laptop can do all that stuff? Like, I mean, okay, laptops, you can get all this stuff, of course, but you're not going to get a built-in flashlight in your laptop. You're not going to get like a almost DSLR quality camera in your laptop. You're not going to get like this many cameras in any laptop. So you got like wide view, you got close-up view, you got macro lens, whatever, super far range zooms, and you got a front facing camera. Like, even the screens are better than a lot of laptops. You got, what is it, 120 hertz? Like, a lot of laptops won't have that. And then even the resolution, I think this does a 4K or Quad HD. So a lot of laptops won't have that either. They'll be 1080p. So not that you need all that craziness, but yeah, the phones do crazy stuff. And then you also got the S Pen, of course. So you got the S Pen. You can actually control the camera with the S Pen. You can take pictures. You can do like these weird motion stuff now. So how many computers come with a built-in tablet? Like touchscreen, okay, like some laptops will come with that, but a built-in tablet that you can draw? Do you know how expensive a Wacom tablet is, or a really high quality tablet is? Those are crazy expensive. Then you got the speakers that are built in. You got the newer types of Bluetooth that's built in. You got Wi-Fi 5 gigahertz built in, and like the new, like I think it has wireless AC, wireless AX. I didn't even know what wireless AX existed, but so I saw on the website it said there was like some other types of wireless that are out. You got GPS built in. How much is a standalone GPS? Okay, like these things are all very expensive, and they're all wrapped into this one device for $1,500 or so. That's crazy cheap, actually. So when people like complain about the prices of phones that do these, I mean, you can get cheaper phones that do stuff that this phone does, or other phones do that like maybe $300-400, but your GPS and all the stuff is going to be slower. Like, try doing a GPS at the same time while you're running like some YouTube or Google, like some other things. I don't know what else you do, but you can have music playing on it while you're like doing Google Maps, while you're doing Bluetooth, and if you take calls at the same time, and you can send messages, receive messages. You can do live YouTube recordings or other live whatever streaming things you do. So $1,500, think about it. It's not that much. So, and this has 512 gigs of solid state memory, like fast memory. So think about that as well. How much does a laptop with 512 gigs of solid state memory cost you? And this is in this tiny pocket device. It's crazy. So this, if you want, you can plug a mouse. You can even use Bluetooth mouse with this. You can use a Bluetooth keyboard. You can use a USB mouse. You can use a USB keyboard. You can plug in all these USB devices at the same time. Like, most laptops now don't even have this many USB ports, but you can get this and do that. So, I mean, some laptops will have now the USB-C where you can plug this in and do all of that, but it's amazing how many things you can do with a phone that people are like, $1,500 is so much. It's not. So I don't know why people complain. I understand why they don't put in all the nice other accessories in there. People don't use it that much, and if they do, they can go out and buy it. It's a few dollars. Yeah. And now this charger, 45 watts, a lot of laptops will use about 65 watts or under, unless you're getting like a powerful gaming thing. But of course, this is smaller, thinner. There's no fans that you have to worry about with dust getting in. It's waterproof or water resistant for the most part. Don't purposely dunk this in water. I've had people damage other devices and phones that say they're water resistant, and then they end up not getting their warranties covered and stuff because they're like, you're not supposed to put water in it. So they just do that as they say it's water resistant as kind of a feature. But I feel like if you're gonna ding people for getting it wet, then you probably shouldn't tout it as a feature. Just say like for safety, it's, I guess, like it can withstand some water. But some people, they'll like jump in the pools and stuff, and this thing is rated for like a certain depth of water, but it's not designed for the pressure when you jump in water. It's actually a lot more, so it can actually damage the phone a lot easier. So if you are planning to use your phone and put it in water, like put it gently. It's not so good with like sudden dunks. So things with like dropping in toilets and sinks and stuff. It's kind of like not only the water, but it also hits a solid object, so that sudden shock can get water to get inside devices. So just be careful if you put these with water. I mean, I'd use it in rain is fine, but I wouldn't purposely like dunk it in stuff or throw it in water. If you like slowly bring it in the water with you, it's usually okay. But I try and avoid doing that just because they void warranties for that. So yeah, how many laptops do you know that are waterproof? I don't know any. I've had so many people spill water on their laptops and I have to fix them. So phones, they have waterproof as well, or water resistance. What else? You got like a nice big clock built in, so when you turn on your screen, you can see the time. I don't know why people have watches. I mean, I guess then you don't have to take this out of your pocket, but I always have this. I'm always looking at it, so I don't really feel the need for a watch unless you're like in a class and you're like, let me secretly check my messages and stuff. So I guess for that purpose, but I'm not in school anymore, so I don't need those things. But yeah. But yeah, think of any other device that can do near anything that these phones can do, and then let me know what price they are, other than other phones that are cheaper, because they'll just do it slower or not as well. So $1,500, think about it. It's not that crazy expensive. I mean, you can buy cars, like used cars, I guess, for cheaper or around that price. But yeah, this isn't a used car. It's a new phone. And you can buy a used one when they start coming out, probably 2-3 years from now. And you can also do the same thing, probably buy it for like $300 or $400. So the prices of these will go down. You don't need to get the top of the line every year. I looked at my Note 8. I'm using it right now to record. I do crazy stuff with my phone because I have so many customers calling, texting me. I probably got like thousands and thousands of contacts saved because I save my customers' information and what they needed repaired, so I know that for the future. So, and that phone now is like 300 something bucks. And if I trade in value, it's like 250 if I didn't break the screen. I cracked it a little bit, but yeah. So think about that. These phones, 1,500 bucks isn't that much. If it is, you can buy a used, maybe 2-3 year old model, and it'll be even cheaper, and you still get most of this crazy stuff. It'll just be a little bit slower, get a little bit less storage, and you still get a pretty decent camera. I mean, most people don't need the best of the best. Don't complain about prices when you're buying the best of the best that just came out, because that's how they have to pay for all the research, all the development, all the employees that worked on building these things. It's not easy to build one of these things. It's not easy to develop software for these things. So yeah, 1,500 bucks, not that much. Okay, that's the end of my rant. Sorry for that. Hopefully you guys appreciated the video. I don't know if I should split this into 2 videos, one as a rant and one as the unboxing. I probably will do that. So yeah, I'm probably gonna cut this part out, or well, I'll leave it in and it'll be as the rant part. But anyways, yeah, think about it. These aren't that crazy expensive. If you wanted these phones, you can actually even add a now 1 terabyte micro SD card. So think about that, 1.5 terabytes in this tiny device. Like, 1,500 bucks is not crazy. Okay, that's all. All right, enjoy your phones. I'm gonna set this one up so I can use it for my work. It's like 2 or 3 a.m. right now. But yeah, don't complain about the price of these things. They're not crazy expensive. You can hope that they were cheaper, but I mean, everyone wishes they could buy or have the most expensive, nice stuff. But you don't need this. You can buy the cheaper one, okay? If you're worried about the money, buy a cheaper one. Don't complain. Okay. All right. Enjoy your phones. I'll see you guys later. Bye.